Under pressure. Kerry, you know stress causes all kinds of health problems.
Oh, Shani.
Yes, and I'm concerned about your physical, your mental, and your financial wellness.
Right now, work is so much stress.
And stress can contribute to high blood pressure, to anxiety, to depression. You need to take regular breaks. You can check out the Sagicor Wellness Hub at sagicor.com for all tips on wellness. Do it for you.
We all lead busy lives. We spend so much time in traffic or on a bus. But with all these distractions, there is an opportunity to make our time together something to get dressed for. Making time to share the goodness, share a milestone, share a meal. Sharing your life's most important experiences is a meal together away. The best dressed chicken. Make life delicious.
Good morning. My name is Novia MacDonald-White, and I am delighted on behalf of the Jamaica Observer newspaper to welcome you to the final in our, that's right, all good things must come to an end, and bad things for that matter, final lifestyle webinar, countdown to Christmas Day. And trust me, you'll want to stay with me on this one from beginning to end, because we have, literally from Kingston to the rest of the world, it's inching towards 2 o'clock in the morning in Australia, and they're up, inching towards evening in the United Kingdom and in Belgium, and in the Netherlands. That's because Rita told me that she's between Belgium and the Netherlands, right? And she's up. Our scientist is up, Dr. Altricia Foster in Minnesota, and in Trinidad, they're 1 hour ahead. So he's a chef, so he's been up. Here on the Rock, everybody's been up since 5 o'clock this morning, because that's when I sent out my first message. Allow me to introduce some of the people in the audience with me, live audience today, our partners, Garfine, who says that men have to go before women. I'm just starting from my left. Garfine from Nestle, Avadorn from The Best Dress, and Alicia Moulton White from Sagicor. Of course, our lifestyle webinar is powered by Sagicor, Nestle, and The Best Dressed Chicken. So, allow me to introduce every single person who's going to be talking to you today. DJ Stick Maribo from Australia, and with him will be Marsha and Belva. Rita Wright from Reggae Rita's, Netherlands, Holland. Teresa Roberts, Jamaica Patico, the United Kingdom. Dr. Altricia Foster, a scientist turned pastry chef extraordinaire from Minnesota, the United States of America. Our Restaurant of the Year and Chef of the Year, Jamaica Observer Table Talk Food Awards, Chef John Aboud from Aioli in Trinidad and Tobago. Here on the Rock, Patrick Goodall, Principal, Little T, Jamaica. Lisa Gay Chin, entrepreneur, restaurateur, fromage. Christopher Issa, hotelier, wearing the hat of S Foods today. I did it correctly initially, so let's see if I can work it out, twice this time. Klaus Frauenschläger from The Half Moon, and Michelle and Suzanne Rousseau from Summer House at Harmony Hall. I'd like to welcome and wake everybody else up in Australia, I hope they're watching, as we speak, first and foremost, to DJ Stick Maribo, Belva and Marsha. Here's a funny thing. You're going to watch the video in a minute, but not yet. Here's a funny thing. So, Stick Maribo sends us this video, and he's in the people's house, walking around, looking for the host. It elicited a smile, because isn't that what Christmas in Jamaica is all about. Literally just being welcomed into homes and just enjoying all that there is to enjoy, literally going from, house to house. Obviously, the restrictions have been upon us, and we've had to make do. But it's really heartening to know that in Australia, where there are not even 1,500 Jamaicans, that entire place, that the camaraderie is there. And through people like Belva, who we're going to speak to a little later on, opening up her home and laying her table is what it really is that, that feeling of what it is about being a Jamaican, the hospitality, the warmth, the embracing of others. Welcome, DJ Stick Mariba. Welcome, Marsha. Welcome, Belva. Let's start with Belva first, because it was your home that everybody invaded. How are you? How are you this morning, Belva? Okay, Belva's speaking, but I think her mic is not open. Are you hearing us, Belva? Are you on mute? Okay, DJ Stick, do you want to start?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we're hearing you now.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yes,
Welcome.
yeah, I'm feeling quite good. I could hear you before, but you couldn't hear me.
Okay. So how are you, Belva? Can you just tell us a little bit, introduce yourself first of all to our viewers here in Jamaica. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in Australia, and this tradition that you have of, hosting all who knock at the door.
Okay, my name is Belva Williams. I'm now married to an Australian named Niblet, so I still keep my Williams, and I'm so Belva Williams Niblet. And I arrived here from December 2000, and I've been going around trying to meet every Jamaican that is here. Every time I heard that there's a Jamaican somewhere, I try to find that person. And I'm always cooking and inviting people in my home. Sometimes I'm walking on the street and I just saw someone and are you Jamaican? I'm just like that, and I have parties all the time and invite everybody, not even Jamaican alone, but I try to get all the Australians involved. Mm-hmm. And we keep lit, like when Stick have its festival, we are all there sharing the food. And it's just lovely meeting Jamaicans and letting them feel like they're at home. Because when I first came here, I couldn't even find curried goat. I couldn't find goat. The first time I bought lamb and chop it up, cook it like curried goat, and it wasn't the same. And I tried searching, trying to find a market where we can get Jamaican food. And then, I start finding where they are and I start getting them. So whenever I even go to the market and buy green bananas, and if I know a Jamaican that lives at a different area that don't have it, I'll call them and say, I have banana, you can come over, And we have saltfish here because the Greek people, they call it bacala, and they are famous for that. So I found out that saltfish is here. So I'm always going, getting my saltfish. And it's just a warmth, inviting people into your home, and feeling the Jamaican vibes. We even play dominoes.
Yeah, we saw that. Marsha, we saw you. You're apparently one of Belva's partners in crime. Welcome, Marsha. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And yes, I'm one of the partners in crime. I'll just introduce myself quickly. I'm Marsha Ann Thompson, originally from Kingston. Been living in Melbourne for 10 years to be exact today. So it's been a decade. Yeah. And like Belva said, she loves to have parties. We love going to Belva's house. I don't cook as much anymore because of Belva, but I will tell you, last year I did have a Christmas party and I did invite all my Australian friends and cook all the Jamaican cuisine, and they loved it. They wanted the recipe for the rice and peas, for the curry goat. It's always like such a great time here, and not quite the same like being back home in Jamaica, of course, but yeah, Belva's home is the place to be. So guys, when you come to Australia, we go straight to Belva's house.
Where, Belva, where are you located in Australia?
Yeah, I'm in Melbourne. I'm living in a suburb called Canley, which is about 25 minutes from Melbourne City.
Okay, and Marsha, and where are you in Australia?
I'm in Melbourne as well. I live in a suburb called Coburg, and I'm about 20 minutes outside of the city.
Okay,
And about maybe 20 minutes from Belva as well. So yeah.
Okay, so no wonder you no longer cook. Yeah. Okay. So DJ Stick Mariba, welcome. You're the man I hear that keeps all Jamaicans together and really fly the flag over, in Australia.
Hi Novia, thank you very much for having me. I don't know when I got that tag, but I've been living in Australia now for 30 years. I'm from St. Thomas, a little place called York District. My mother calls me Lincoln, and I've moved to Australia to pursue anything and everything like most young Jamaicans would. And basically, I got into radio for about 22 years and had my own radio show, and decided that Jamaica is what I want to promote. So I created the Jamaican Music and Food Festival, and for the last 6 years, we have it on every year, and thousands of people come along and enjoy strictly music from Jamaica. It could be dub, rocksteady, jungle, bass, whatever. It has to be from Jamaica or inspired by Jamaicans. And then we get all the Jamaican chefs, even home cooks. I think one year I had to approach Belva and say, listen, Belva, I know you cook great food and you're always cooking at home, and I want you to take the food to the people. So I organized with Belva to start a little food business, and
nice.
Belva, come and mash up the place with our food.
What time of year is this festival, DJ Stick?
So before COVID, we were always springtime in Australia, which is spring starts in October, and we always have the festival after the big Melbourne Cup. After the big race.
Yeah, the race.
The Melbourne
Cup. Uh-huh.
The race that stops the nation.
It was always the second weekend in November. But this year we were going to have it in December, but we had a series of lockdowns.
Yes.
And it didn't happen. So now it's happening on the 12th of March in 2022.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we've had lots of big international artists from all over Jamaica and around the world that come along and play at this festival.
Okay, so we are now going to...
Before you go there,
Yes,
I should let you know that I'm from Falmouth in Trelawney.
Okay,
and I've been here for about 21
so Marsha's
years now.
from Kingston, Stick is from York, St. Thomas, and you are from Falmouth.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's see how, Belva and her partner in crime, Marsha, keep that, they keep the Jamaican spirit alive in Australia.
Greetings, people of Jamaica and the Jamaican Observer. My name is Stick Maribo, and today I'm actually in Belva's house in Melbourne, Australia, for a Christmas dinner. I've got to try and find Belva though, to find out what's on the menu. We have the guests have all arrived. Yeah, they're all here. Try to find myself into Belva's kitchen somewhere. Good afternoon. Are you Belva?
Oh no, I'm Nada. Hello.
What are you? What's your name?
Nada.
Nada. I'm looking for Belva.
Oh, Belva is.
She's around here somewhere. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Are you Belva?
No.
Oh, What's your name?
Claudine.
Claudine. I'm looking for Belva because I can see all the food. I think this is sorrel, carrot juice, the good old Jamaican Christmas cake. But watch yourself, boy. I haven't reached you now. Boy. Good evening or good afternoon, good night. Any one of you fine ladies, Belva?
No.
You're not Belva?
Nope.
Are you Belva?
Marsha.
Oh, you Marsha?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Marsha?
Jamaica.
What part of Jamaica?
Kingston.
Come on now. Me look about me?
Talawa.
Oh, yeah. You're a real Jamaican.
Always.
Yeah, and you?
Maxine.
Maxine. Where you from in Jamaica, Maxine?
Clarendon.
Clarendon. Yeah, Maypen.
Racecourse.
Racecourse. Veer. I must visit next time we reach it. I've not been there yet. Oh, this must be Marsha.
No, this is
Belva?
Belva. No,
Oh,
to find her.
Marsha over here, sir.
Marsha over here.
Ah. So, okay, so what are you doing in Belva's kitchen? What the hell? How are you going here, sir?
Listen to me. Every time that Belva has a function, I have to be in the kitchen.
Right.
Dawn, Maxine, Marsha, we have to be in the kitchen.
Okay.
You know, we have to help her out. So this is what I do.
So where's Belva?
You know, Belva is over there somewhere.
Oh, right. Hold on a second there. What this? Curry goat that, me sure. Oxtail and broad bean, or a butter bean, and rice and peas. That's a bird, isn't it? Definitely a bird. You must be Belva. You know why? Because there's nobody else in this building but you. Belva, thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome.
Jamaica is watching you. Courtesy of the Observer Online and the Observer newspaper. So you put on a spread for Christmas for the people in your house here in Melbourne, Australia.
Correct.
What's on the menu?
Okay, well we have curried goat, oxtail, roast beef, roast chicken, baked chicken, rice and peas with kidney beans, and we have gungo rice and peas also.
What you hungry belly them over there, son?
Everyone want to eat. We have managed water,
Boy.
plantain, fish.
Kalalu.
We usually have our cabbage and carrot that we do in Jamaica all the while. We put a little vinegar, sugar and stuff like that.
Your own
Salad, potato salad over here.
your own version of the coleslaw, yeah?
Coleslaw. No mayonnaise.
Okay.
Alright. Now this is carrot juice with a little beetroot. Carrot juice with beetroot in it, carrot drink. And this is the sorrel. And you know we have a Jamaican cake over there.
Nice one. Aye. Well, I am looking forward to dining with you.
This is the main meal for now. Our dessert will be more extravagant.
All right. Okay. Well, let the meal eating begin. What's that? A festival. Oh, this is
Big man from campus.
Oh, see you, Belva's husband?
Oh no, not so big. Not that big man on campus. On a different campus, not this campus.
I love the vibes. I love the vibes.
Well, you know, just in case you figure that 1,000 Jamaicans, a little over 1,000 Jamaicans, cannot make an impact, you just saw, you're wrong. The table looks pretty familiar, eh? Okay, so we'll be back. Thank you very much, Marsha, Belva, and of course, Stick Maribo. And of course, you know, Bridget, our contributing editor who has unearthed all of the Jamaicans. So thank you very much, Bridget. We move from Australia to the Netherlands and to Rita Wright, who is the woman behind Reggae Ritas. Hi, Rita, how are you? Somebody's frozen. Hello.
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. And thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And I mean, you know, when we spoke, you did say you're between Brussels and Netherlands. How on earth did you end up there? Your parents are Jamaican, right?
Yes, so I was born in the UK. My parents are Jamaican. They're from the Windrush generation. My mum's from St. Anne's and my father is from Clarendon. I grew up in the UK and I was working with a sports company, one of the biggest in the world, and they took me to the Netherlands, where I was working for about 4 years with them. But upon arrival, I did notice there was nowhere where I could get Jamaican food, and it was just something which played on my mind for quite a while. So about 2.5 years ago, I left my job and I decided to open up the restaurant. So that's how Reggae came about.
And tell us about, you know, what happens at Christmas. We're hearing you. What happens at Christmas at Reggae Rita?
Okay. So we started off doing at first, which was great. And then obviously COVID hit a couple of years ago, so we had to stop. So we've never really had a shop before. So this is our first Christmas. And can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Okay. Yeah, so this is our first Christmas. This is our first Christmas. So we ultimately want to bring Christmas to the Netherlands, and we do keep everything as authentic as possible. So for us, Christmas means gatherings with the locals here, where we just have, I've been told, just under 150 Jamaicans in the Netherlands. So we always try to put on a spread for people and also try to provide groceries so people can have home from home.
So 150 Jamaicans, did you say?
Yeah, approximately. That's what I've been told. Registered in the Netherlands.
Registered, right. Okay, great. Okay, so let us take a look at Rita's table.
So this year we prepared an authentic Jamaican menu with jerk chicken, we've got curry goat, we've got rice and peas, we've got salad, and we've also got Mummy's traditional Jamaican cake and escovitch fish, of course. We've also got options for those who are vegan, which are a vegan ginger cake, Jamaican ginger cake of course, and a vegan stew peas. And all these are available on our delivery platforms, which are Deliveroo, Uber Eats and Thais Bezorg, which are all in the Netherlands. You can also pick these up in store if you send me a WhatsApp or an email. You can pre-order this for your family for Christmas.
We were here talking, but then don't forget that these guys are taking Jamaican food to the world. 1,000 Jamaicans in Australia, the restaurants as well that were featured in the Jamaica Observer newspaper and the food personalities, and 150 people in the Netherlands. It's not just Jamaicans eating. So it's good for you guys, and do continue taking our food to the world. And talking about taking our food to the world, the ubiquitous patty. Teresa Roberts, the audacity of hope, took the humble patty to Covent Garden a couple of years ago, and if that's not audacious enough, she decided to take the humble patty to the Square Mile, the financial district. Welcome, welcome, Teresa Roberts. What's her face? Yeah, Teresa, you're up, you're live.
Mute. She's muted.
You're on mute. We'd love to hear you, but you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we're hearing you now. So you are
Good, yes.
You are at
Good morning.
which branch are you at today? You're at Covent Garden?
Yes, I'm at Covent Garden with Lucas. Lucas Henry.
And how is the patty? How are patty sales today?
Well, it's very quiet in Covent Garden, but I do believe the Square Mile is much more busier today. But don't forget that we were told only at the weekend to work from home if possible. So that really does have an effect on our business. Yesterday we were 17% down in both locations, and today probably a bit more. But you know what it is? It's business, and that's what will happen.
And what's the reception like to the Jamaica patty at Covent Garden?
Well, the reception like the Jamaican party in London at the moment is very exciting. You know, I've been in Covent Garden for 8 years. 8 years is exactly the time. And we've been 5 months in Liverpool Street. And we know that we get a lot of customers from both places. And also, it's what I love about what I'm doing, and you have to love what you're doing, otherwise you might as well give it up and go home, is that the quality of the parties that I'm giving, people are loving it to an international audience, as you said. I admire all those Australians. I mean, we've all got the same disease. I call it a disease because we've got an addiction to promote our country. And when I hear what those young the Jamaican does in Australia, I feel it because I know what they're trying to do, and I really respect that.
Well, let's take a look at what you're trying to do, or should I say, trying and succeeded in doing.
Hi, darling, come in. Come in. What do you want? The patties are all down? Yeah.
Love the establishment. Like we just said, this is the first time that we're having such a nice party outside of Jamaica. The options are amazing. But just tell me more about the Jamaica party. Like, I mean, I understand that this is your new location. It's kind of more like a busy location. Tell me more about the roots of the Jamaican Party Company.
Right, so I started this in 2013 in Covent Garden, and I did it because I really want to promote Jamaican food to an international audience, and you couldn't get more international footfall than the one in Covent Garden because you've got all the tourists, theatre goers, etc. So I thought I started it there, and for 8 years that was fine, that worked as well. And in truth, I don't think we would be so global because we are, if we didn't start in a prime location of Covent Garden, because we get people that comes in all the way from like Paris. They get all this sort of French Caribbean, French African, and they always will cook in Covent Garden to eat our food, and they love it. Paris is the biggest supporter to Covent Garden, and sometimes when they come, we can't even accommodate them because there's too many of them. But I love it, so Covent Garden has been good. So, but this is the format for the new rollout concept. It's a smaller store, and it's going to be taking, and I mean, this is, do you realize, it's in the square mile. You know, here I am doing it in the square mile, and I'm so proud of my little business. And also the fact that this is selling our food to people who come in here many times. I said, I've never had Jamaican food before. Tell me, what should I choose? So it's so nice. And it's also been feeling good about doing a Jamaican modern brand, clean brand, that nobody feels frightened to come in. Everybody will be attracted by the color and the cleanliness of the food and the food that we serve.
I'm definitely attracted, and I can tell you that you're representing Jamaica well. Yes. I can tell you it is no fraud. I love it. I mean, better than some that we have home for sure. Better than almost all we have home, and the options are definitely to die for. And I hear you have a few more things coming to the men, so big up. And thanks again for inviting us, and definitely enjoy myself. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
To acknowledge you and big you up, Teresa, for doing a fine job as an entrepreneur, providing great nutrition for all of us. We can come and get some good, authentic Jamaican food right here in the heart of London. Big up, Teresa. We love you.
Merry Christmas, Jamaica, from the Jamaica Party Company.
And Merry Christmas to you guys too. Okay. What's the scientists got to do with food? Well, lots, obviously. Food is scientific at the end of the day. Welcome, Dr. Altricia Foster.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me, Novia.
Thank you very much for joining us. And I think if we just go straight to Dr. Foster's video, it's fine because it tells you everything and more.
I'm Altricia, and I am from St. Catherine, Jamaica. I came to the U.S. in 2001, so it's like 21 years. I came here for college, and I've been here ever since. Whenever work gets overwhelming, baking is the place I go to get centered, to relax, and to really ground myself. I was pregnant, working a traveling job. I was traveling for a pharmaceutical company, going to different islands in the Caribbean. But with my second pregnancy, I just could not travel anymore. So I was kind of grounded until the end of the pregnancy, and then I just did a baking class, and then voila, I discovered I had a talent. I am Jamaican. I'm 100% Jamaican. I'm Jamaican in my sleep, in my whatever I eat, how I talk, how I was socialized. I am all Jamaican. Things I loved about Jamaica, it's just the easiness, the ease at which you live. You don't need much to survive or to just enjoy life because everything you need is there. You're close to your cousins, you're close to your uncles, your aunts, and your friends are there. Jamaica is so small, so it's not like we'd have to fly or drive 4 hours to see who you want to.
Well, I'm married Jamaican, and I've been to Jamaica 3 times, and it's a beautiful place. It reminded me of home in Togo, so it was very similar. The culture-wise and everything that I encountered was pretty much almost like I was in a familiar setting. I came in '99. I went to undergrad here at Hamlin University, and then after Hamlin, I moved over to the DC area where I met Tricia.
So I worked with Alati, and then I met Trisha pretty quickly after we moved here, and we became close friends. And in fact, Kyle and Trisha are now best friends. So my dad is Jamaican. He lived in Clarendon in Jamaica, and then he went to school in Regis in Kingston. And then he came over to the US for college. So, and he actually still, in keeping with his Jamaican roots, owns a Jamaican restaurant in Indiana.
Cardinal Regional, if you know where that is. I lived there until I was just like a few days before I turned 14. And then I moved to the US to Minnesota.
I grew up in Nigeria. I came to America in 2001. My relationship with Jamaica is actually getting to know Trisha. And she's from Jamaica, and I love the food. She introduced me to the food, a little bit of the culture and the vibe.
I am from St. Paul, Minnesota, but I am Nigerian. My parents are from Nigeria. I like to coin the phrase Nigerian American. I lived in Miami, so I got to meet a whole lot of Jamaicans there. Ones that are actually good friends. So when I met Altricia, I'm like, oh, you're Jamaican? It's hard to find that in Minnesota.
I think to really have a taste of home, you have to make it yourself. Unlike Thanksgiving, Christmas is our holiday. And it's where most of our families who have emigrated to the States would go home for this family get-together. It's around Christmas time. And we'd have eggnog. My grandfather used to make eggnog. He would make sorrel. He would make fruit punch. My grandfather is an avid baker and a chef, and he would cook. My aunt, she has a fruit cake that she makes, and it's very communal because it's really so good. And my aunt never sold her fruit cake, so she bakes out of love for everybody. Those are some of the things that I miss.
The food, for sure. Probably the food.
To the ocean.
The ocean and the warm weather.
Real sand.
Yep, real sand and real beaches. Like lakes aren't beaches.
A little bit of everything. Food, culture, the people. I think I like every single one of those things, yeah. Oxtail, I like curry goat. I like stew peas. Yeah, stew peas. Yeah, stew peas, probably one of my favorite. Let's put it that way, yeah.
The weather.
The weather's your favorite part of Jamaica?
Yes, the steamed fish is there, and it's for free and it's there. I got the oxtail, got everything. Because, sometimes you go to Jamaican restaurants, if you're not there in time, everything's gone. So this is good.
Christmas traditions, decorating the home, you're putting out your best tablescape, your best dishes, your best everything. Lots of food, lots of partying, breakfast together, ackee and saltfish, curry chicken, like just everything, the whole gamut. I am serving lots of things. I'm gonna do eggnog, I'm gonna do sorrel, I'm gonna do my aunt's fruit cake. I'm also doing traditional rice and peas. I'm gonna do curry chicken, curry goat, oxtail. Sorrel is a traditional drink around the holidays for Jamaicans, and it's usually served with anything over the holidays. It's this hibiscus drink that's mixed with ginger and some alcohol. I'm serving that. Eggnog has been like a traditional drink. My grandfather made like the best eggnog. So my dessert is going to be in my own dessert realm. I'm going to probably do a deconstructed cheesecake. Some tiramisu to kind of go with the flavor and the season. And I may do some tarts.
and like getting together with people you haven't seen in a while, friends, family.
I get to spend time with my family and get gifts for people.
Tradition every year with family. I think we celebrate a lot with family. Everything is centered around family. Either we have my family or her family come here. I have siblings here. My brothers here, my sisters are here, my parents are here. Or we go to someone's house or they come to our house and just watching the kids and celebrate. I have about 13 nephews and nieces. So on the holidays, I think that's for them for just celebration, and they go wild. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So I think that's probably one of the fun things.
Party time, visiting time, eating, drinking, getting together.
Yeah, just hanging out with them. They're just kind of real and, friendly and nice. And yeah, just have a good time hanging out with them and their family.
During the holidays, getting together with everybody in my family, everybody, and just having a fun, crazy time because they're all extra.
I'd like to thank Novia, the O Team, the Jamaica Observer, and all its readers for joining us. I'd like to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'd also like to take this opportunity to wish my grandmother a Merry Christmas, my Uncle Humel, my Uncle Xavier, and all my cousins. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The weather like today?
Pretty cold. I think it's 27 degrees, but I'm in my office, so I haven't been outside yet, but I know it's cold.
And how many Jamaicans will you have around your Christmas table this year?
My brother and his family are actually coming in town, and that's a family of 5. And mommy and I, and my nephew is also here, and then my neighbors. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I miscount, maybe around 11 to 13.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That warm-up spread looks absolutely fantastic. So you might just get a few visitors from around, Minnesota and elsewhere.
They're all welcome. We have enough.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
From Minnesota in the United States, we inch closer to Jamaica with a stop in Trinidad. Welcome, Chef John Aboud. We're seeing the smile, but we're not hearing the words.
Hi.
Oh, you're okay. Hello.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Novia.
Thank you. So how is Christmas looking in Trinidad?
Christmas is looking good. It's not as much functions as I usually would be doing. It's not as busy of a Christmas, thanks to COVID, but everything is fine. Everything is good over here.
Okay, so let's take a look at what you've been up to.
Hi, I'm Chef John, and this is Aioli, and I'm here with some lovely guests to show you what Aioli Christmas is all about. So guys, starting from the middle, we have our stuffed turkey with a walnut, raisin and truffle stuffing. We have a glazed ham over here, served with traditional Trini accomplishments, right? Chow chow and cranberry jelly. But we also have our whole house-made turkey gravy. Then we have some extra stuffing on the side, which we bake. A bruleed marshmallow sweet potato mash pie, right? We have our local pastels. This is our walnut, raisin and wild rice. But what's more important is family, Christmas time, everybody having a lovely time at Iole. And we would love to wish the Jamaican Observer, Jamaica, and the Jamaican Culinary Federation a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Iole family.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas back to you guys too.
Thank you, thank you.
From Trinidad, we moved to Jamaica for a little tea because after all of that, I think a pause for tea is in order. Patrick Goodall, Little Tea, Jamaica. Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Good morning, Novia. I am doing great. Good morning to everybody and season's greetings.
I think we definitely need 2 cups of your tea after all
of that
we've
food.
had.
Yes, definitely.
So let's see what you have ready for us for Christmas.
My name is Patrick Goodall and I'm the founder and sommelier of Little Tea, a tea company based here in Kingston, Jamaica, which specializes in loose leaf tea and tisane blends. When I started this company, there were no other tea companies that specialized in loose leaf teas. And as much as people find this hard to believe, loose leaf tea culture has always been a part of Jamaican and Caribbean culture. What I wanted to do was to use the traditional teas, black, white, green, oolong, and fuse them with the local herbs, spices, and flowers that we had in Jamaica. Each Little Tea blend is handcrafted right here in Jamaica using premium organic teas sourced from all over the world with local wild-crafted botanicals that are grown only on our family farm in Orange and St. James. Little Tea's mission is to create an exceptional tea experience for everyone, not just Jamaicans. I want persons to look on the brand, look on the names, look on the different blends, and automatically understand or feel a part of Jamaican culture. With blends such as coconut cone, Jamaican breakfast, mahobe, Galloway, chai guy, these are all names that have a story to tell. I want anyone looking on just the name to immediately know that this is Jamaican, this is a part of Jamaican culture. And I wanted to create something that was ours in a global billion-dollar industry. There is no other company out there that specializes in Jamaican teas the way that we do. This Christmas, we're going to be reintroducing our holiday tea boxes, which is a collection of 6 blends, 4 from the new collection and 2 limited edition blends. We hope you enjoy. As we say in Jamaica, there's nothing a little tea can't fix.
I think you're right there, Patrick, because having had 2 cups of tea, we're now ready to join Lisa and family around her Christmas table. Welcome, Lisa Gay-Chin.
Hi, Merry Christmas, welcome.
Thank you very much. And let's see what you have on tap for the season.
Hi, I'm Lisa Gay-Chin of Fromage, and we're inviting you to a Christmas dinner this year. Today we're going to start off with our little beet gem salad, which has a great candied pumpkin seeds and our goat cheese, and then on to dessert, which we're going to have a gingerbread crust cheesecake. And we have our 3 cheese mac and cheese, which, you know, a table at Christmas can't be without. Onto our roasted leg of lamb that's topped with chimichurri. And then our table would never be complete without our roasted porchetta, which is our pork belly that is stuffed with bacon, roasted and crispy. And then we have an orange glazed apricot roasted chicken that we stuffed with a sausage stuffing. And we have our Gruyere scallop potatoes. And our bourbon glazed leg of ham. And our rice pilaf that's done with marinated cranberries and a little candied merlot onions. Let's not forget our bacon wrapped filet mignon topped with a gorgonzola sauce. And our Death by Chocolate cake. So you know it wouldn't be festive without some sparkling or some champagne or Prosecco for the Christmas table. So this year we decided to use the Chic Barcelona. It's a Brut. It's out of Barcelona and it's really chic. Everybody's into Proseccos and sparklings right now, and you could really use it on your bubble bars and add any sort of, you know, passion fruit or pomegranate mixes, and most people use sorrel nowadays. And this line actually has a rosé as well, which, you know, a lot of people like rosé, especially in the summer months. And here we also have our Ferrari Brut. That's actually from the Ferrari line of cars. So really sexy, really nice and festive. So how really nice is this Magnum of Burn Rosé? They're known for their rosés actually in Provence. And we also have another line from the Burn region, the Emotion. Really nice and great gifts for Christmas, as well as entertaining your family and friends this year.
Okay, so people want to know, Lisa, if they behave themselves, bathe, put on good clothes, if they can come around and join you and Kirk around the table.
Of course. And it's usually twice that size. I mean, we usually have a dessert table just for dessert, you know, and we're always welcoming, always, you know, friends and family. It's very important at this time of year.
But realistically, you can order at fromage.
All of you can't make it. We do orders, and this year we're actually thinking we're going to do a Christmas plate for the week before Christmas that, you know, that you can enjoy at a restaurant.
People are making noises of happiness. That noise that you can hear? Elation. Okay, calm down now. There's a new space in the city of Kingston. Let's just press play and go straight to S Foods Jamaica.
Welcome to our cafe and bakery. This is our cafe offering, S Cafe.
We have the banana drop cookies, we have the beet cookies, granola bar, we have our chocolate vegan cupcakes, and our chocolate cake.
We have this statue by Mr. Sheet Cole, who also did a number of statues for us in Montego Bay. So we're trying to make this also a cultural destination and hopefully a tourist spot for those persons coming into Kingston. We hope to also feature as many local products as possible. You know, just like we say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That's what we're trying to do here. We know a lot of other Jamaicans have also been impacted by COVID, also economically, and we hope that this will inspire the many talented foodies that we have in Jamaica to produce new items for us to put on our shelves for the buying public in Jamaica. So the artist for this ceiling mural was Mr. Floyd Brown. He was pretty much given a free hand. He knew it was going to be a supermarket and representing Jamaican fruits. We have the ackee, and we have a pomegranate, we have a banana, coconut, mountains, pineapples, and family shopping. And so we really much really gave him a free hand, but we loved what he came up with. In keeping with our Feed the Mind and the Body slogan, we're hoping to provide as many inspirational messages as possible. And one, as Jamaicans, we're hoping to see a much better country in the years to come. We know that we all have to work together, and one of our popular phrases, Irie, we have put our little take on it by putting the words be Irie, meaning be inspiring, be respectful, be innovative, and be exceptional. And as we head into our 60th year of independence, we hope that as Jamaicans, if we all follow that, we will be able to build a much stronger Jamaica.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you.
So when can guests start arriving, Chris?
Well, hopefully towards the end of January, we hope to have the store open. So we'll be packing it early January, and as soon as everything is on the shelves, we'll be opening the doors.
Thank you very much. So from S Foods Kingston, we move to Montego Bay, to the Half Moon. Let's see what's happening there. Lots, I'm sure.
My name is Christopher Golin. I'm the restaurant chef for Sugar Mill Restaurant.
Yeah, my name is Klaus Frauenschläger. I'm an executive chef at Half Moon. And we just want to go through the new appetizer selection for the new Sugar Mill menu for the new season.
We have really looked into local ingredients as much as possible.
Right in front of me we have now the new creation of the salmon shrimp trio. This one is
This is the coconut spicy shrimp, wrapped with sweet potato and served with a roasted bell pepper coulis.
Yeah. And this one is as well, the avocado is
torched. Amazing.
One of my favorite is the lobster, the bush lobster with a green sauce. What kind of ingredients you have all in the green marination?
Cilantro, ginger, jalapeno peppers, a little hint of scotch bonnet. You know, you can't forget the scotch bonnet.
I think it's also a good thing to introduce this as an Amis bush, like a smaller portion. As an appetizer too, I think it's a good idea.
Very good idea. As I was walking in the morning, I noticed this tree and I saw some fruits on it. And I said, wait, these fruits look like gimbalin. I'm gonna utilize some of that fruit. And it works very well with the tuna.
The seared tuna, we used as well the turmeric and carrot puree, and then the marinated papaya salad, and then as well the seared tuna. I think it's a great light dish as well, and I think this will definitely will be one of the hit.
Right.
So which one is your favorite?
Chef, I am leaning towards the duck. I'm very confident to chef of the procedure, especially pimento marination with the Rother Park rum. Kind of give it that pop. And interestingly, we use the skin of the duck and dehydrate that a little bit, and then use that as a crumb to put on top of the plantain. Chef, for Sugar Mill, I'm happy that I have the pleasure of creating dishes, and this is a place where there's no boundary when you come on to that.
Because I know as well that also staff always bring that something that they notice here in the street, something where it's very unique, and then they say, then they bring it, and then and the fresh fish would come in here. So it's always something very special. It's really a special place about Sugar Mill.
So, Chef Klaus, are you ready to take reservations?
Yes, we are. We are definitely. So we have the Sugar Mill. We can go to the Sugar Mill for reservations, or we have as well the seafood-inspired Italian new restaurant at the Half Moon. So we are ready for the reservations. Just make your bookings.
And you are open on Christmas Day, of course.
Yes, we do. We're mainly featuring the two a la carte restaurants, the Sugar Mill and the Delamar, with a tasting menu, and we have as well a buffet at the Sea Grape. So I think we covering every needs for this special day.
We look forward. Thank you very much. Do give our best to Chef Golding.
Yes, thank you.
From Half Moon, you turn around and head, as if you're going back to Kingston, with a brief, that's a joke. Even if it's a brief, it's 3 hours is brief, really. But what do I know? Harmony Horn. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Summer House at Harmony Hall. I'm Michelle. And I'm Suzanne. And we're so happy to have you here as we head into Christmas 2021.
Yes, great food at the end of another year, even though it's been a really tough one, but happy to have you here. Join us for a tour of our lovely
new spot. So the
perfect way to start your Christmas day at Summer House Harmony Hall is with a cocktail, as always. And you know, always are the best. Come on in.
I'm going to have the Summer House Sorrel Sparkle today.
And what's in it, Kenton? It's so
this
delicious.
is candied sorrel, top with some lovely bubbly.
Perfect.
Just the perfect summer Christmas cocktail.
And look at that crimson on that sorrel. We love to use sorrel in different ways here. Cheers. Yep. Cheers. Merry Christmas. And a typical lunch for us at Summer House, which is my mom, Beverly, is some of our faves, and it's some of our customers' faves as well, that are on the menu. So right here we have some gorgeous, fresh, seasonal organic greens that we get from a wonderful farm just down the road, and we have that with a light vinaigrette, and that has some beautiful fresh radish. Sometimes it's watermelon radish. These are our ackee wontons, Summer House signature. It's from our first book, Caribbean Potluck. We have a papaya ginger dipping sauce, and it's a curried ackee filling. So this is a great vegan item for all of your vegetarian and vegan community. This is our Summer House callaloo dip, creamy callaloo dip. Obsessed. Obsessed. Also from the first book, Caribbean Potluck. It's callaloo. It's got, I'm not going to tell you what's in there because I'd have to kill you. But it's got all of the yummy stuff that it makes it like, has a nice panko topping, and it's served with crostini. And then these three items here are our more recent additions from Provisions. This is the kale salad with quinoa, and it has candied sorrel on there, feta, pepitas, toasted almonds, lovely light vinaigrette, really healthy, really clean. If you need that veganized, we can take the feta off, but as a dish, it's a great sort of main course or side for a vegetarian. We have some seasonal, because lobster is something that you have to get in season, and you have to honor your fisheries, and you have to honor sustainable, community of fishermen. So this is seasonal fresh lobster that we get, and we have, it's a tail, it has a charred tomato butter, it's got some grilled citrus, and a little bit of fresh dill. And then this baby over here, which is so the new addition to the Summer House menu, but not a new addition to our repertoire, is a eggplant plantain gratin. So it's eggplant layered with tomato sauce, and it has a little bit of cheese and bechamel, and then it's broiled. So it's a bit like a lasagna because it's got the layers of ripe plantain, gluten-free, healthy, also vegetarian. From our second cookbook, Provisions. And all of this our menu is really very vegetable forward. It's focused on clean, sustainable, healthy dishes that are, easy to eat, that you could eat every day, but that are sourced regionally or locally or from our community right here in St. Mary. This baby is one of my favorites on the menu. It is actually a cassava crusted goat's cheese. It's on a bed of bell pepper caprese, and it has an olive salsa and candied sorrel buds on top in lieu of cranberries. And this is a house-made focaccia that we make into toast. So it's one of my favorites. It's a great starter, and it works really well with the sorrel mimosa, and it's perfect for the Christmas. So you guys want to dig in? Yeah. Yum. So welcome to Island Magnolia. This is sort of my baby, even though it's our baby. The store is what we consider an emporium of regional merchandise, goods that we have sourced and collected throughout Jamaica, the islands of the Caribbean and Latin America. Because we felt very much when we came here to Harmony that we really wanted to create a destination for multiple types of experiences. The best of Caribbean food and Jamaican food downstairs, the best of shopping and the best of dining, the best of shopping. Yeah, the best of shopping, and what better way to do that in our estimation is to really focus on the merchants and the makers and the creators from our own region. We are gifted with lots of great talent in this region. I don't think we've taken enough time to discover all of them. And when I say the region, it to me extends to the South and Central and Latin America. And we had, we really looked at the history of Harmony Hall when we came here, which had this very rich legacy that Annabella Ogden, the previous owner, Annabella Ogden Proudlock, had sort of created, which was a place, a destination for culture, art, community. The upstairs originally was a gallery, and with art, and so we really felt that a space that was a store or an emporium really, that sort of really was a curated space of incredible artisanal, select, signature, one of a kind, singular finds, really crafted with great attention to detail and beauty, was really what we tried to do and aim to do here. And really a space that was about lifestyle. I mean, I think all of Harmony Hall for us is about lifestyle. Coming to a destination that celebrates the best of all of these elements of Caribbean life. The environment, the history, the legacy, the food, but all of it done with a lot of ease and a lot of leisure and a lot of just celebrating the beauty in our own region.
Merry Christmas from Harmony Hall! Woo!
Okay, so we've got, well, if you're not in the festive mood by now, see me later. Can we just start with the last question? Since we had Harmony Hall just now, they want to know, are you open on Christmas Day? That was the last. Can you just go? Scroll up.
We will be open on Boxing Day. I don't think we'll be open on Christmas Day, but we've got Boxing Day.
Right. Can you scroll up?
Yes. And then we will have a Boxing Day brunch, and which we would have traditionally every year. So we'll be open on that day.
Okay, so Boxing Day brunch, guys. I can concur that Teresa's patties are to die for, having frequented Covent Garden, the heart of trends, and the city branch at Liverpool Street. The qualities of the patties, which also includes a vegetarian option as well as my fave, ackee and saltfish. Satisfied customers there. Teresa Roberts, what's the story behind DJ Stick Maribo's hats? Question for you, DJ Stick Maribo. Thank you for that. An anonymous attendee. What's the story behind DJ Stick Maribo's hats? You're mute. You're mute. Stick, unmute.
Yes, I am now on mute. Yeah, cool.
Right.
Well, I have a collection of them. My father it was a hat collector. And so these are his hats. I've got about 15.
Okay.
And it's a beaver. This is a beaver. This is strictly old school reggae style.
Okay. Let's bring Marsha and Belva in for Stacey Parchment. What are some Australian Christmas traditions?
Well, Australia always have the trifle. Trifle is a dessert that they have with
I love trifle.
Like, you know trifle? Yeah, they have the cake at the bottom, and they have like jello, and whipped cream, custard, all of those like layers.
Yeah.
and that's one of their main things that they have. And what I notice here on Christmas time, it's mostly cold food. Like they'll have like ham and like platters with seafood, but most of the food are cold. So it's nice when we Jamaican mix it up and bring in our warm food and make it,
Speaking of the ham, Belva, I should tell you that, here in Australia, when they do ham, it's not like how we do it in Jamaica. It's like the processed ham that they have. So when we do it with, with the pineapple slices and with the cherries and the glaze, it makes such a huge difference. You can tell, right? To just bring that flavor. But I think that they like a lot of ham here lamb.
Pork.
There are a lot of lamb here as well. But yeah.
Okay. OMG, I want to visit Sugar Mill at Half Moon. See you in the new year for your tasting menu. Dr. Foster, have you given up your first profession completely, or do you balance the two?
I balance the two. I bake to get out of a funk, which I'm half the time I'm in because I work so hard. But I try to balance the two as best as possible. So scent helps.
Okay. How many locations does Teresa Roberts have, and are all her locations in the UK? I'll allow her to answer that, but I can answer that one too. How many locations do you have, Mrs. Roberts, and are they all in the UK? While she unmutes, I'll tell you she has two. One's at Covent Garden, one's at Liverpool Street. There was a question related to food in Australia from Justina. Okay, hold that there. This is for you, Rita. What is the reception of Jamaican food in Holland? What's the feedback like? I guess not just from Jamaicans, Rita, but from the Dutch.
Everybody loves it. It's well received. They love it because they can taste the spices and the seasonings, and they really love it.
So
very well received.
So it's okay. So are people ever apprehensive when they come into your restaurant, for example, Rita? What is it that they try first, for example? Or
the first thing they normally try is our jerk chicken, and that's our bestseller. Everybody sort of resonates towards that. They like that because they can actually taste the smokiness, and we make our own jerk seasoned marinade and sauce, which is well loved, and we bottle and sell those as well.
Okay.
But everybody loved it.
Okay. Who taught you to cook?
My mum. Mommy.
Okay, there was a question from, Yinka Daramola, I've had food from Reggae Rita, and it's authentic food, traditional cooking. The jerk chicken is to die for. Nothing nicer than instant feedback. Hello, Mr. Issa. What was the inspiration behind the supermarket? Seems a bit out of the box.
He's mute.
You're mute, Chris. Okay.
Nick, ask a question.
Yes, well, for the hotel in Kingston, due to the whole impact of COVID, we realized that it's going to take a while for the world to come back. And so we took our conference center space and decided to repurpose it to a supermarket. We decided to give it a sort of Trader Joe's feel with a Jamaican twist, of course, and introduce as much of a Jamaican as possible.
They're just sitting there. Thank you. There was a question earlier on from Miss Jackson. Can you scroll up for me, please? It was one of the earlier ones. Basically, they were she was asking Belva, right, have any of the Jamaicans abroad, we'll start with you in Australia, created their own new dish or dishes, fusing the local cuisine with Jamaican cuisine, or incorporating local ingredients in traditional Jamaican dishes. Do you want to take that?
Well, I'm not sure if anyone has made any changes, because I always say that when we have tourists in Jamaica, they enjoy the food that we have. So I think we should do it just the same way and let them enjoy the local Jamaican food. But maybe Stick can tell you, because his brother is having a food truck, and I think they have made some changes to the food, which people are enjoying. So maybe he can tell you about that.
Yeah, well, so the first thing is that Australia does not have its own cuisine. There is no Australian restaurant anywhere around the world. They don't have an Australian kind of food thing. So Australia
No
like to
national
put,
dish, nothing like
correct.
that.
Australia like to put meat from the supermarket packaging straight onto the barbecue with no seasoning, no salt, no nothing. So anything different is well received. And my nephew, who owns a food truck, he basically creates a lot of different kind of dishes that infuse some of the Australian produce into it. Like he has a burger that is fried. First it's jerked, then it's fried, and then squeeze it between two buns with lots and lots of different kind of local produce, local vegetables and greens. Yeah, so yeah, Australians go crazy for Jamaican food. You know, so there's quite a few different Jamaican restaurants in different states. And we have a brand new one just opened in a place called Geelong, which is about 45 minutes from Melbourne City, a Jamaican gentleman, Damien Roosevelt. And we're going down there on Boxing Day, we're going to smash the place up. Knock domino and cook up manage water and go on bad.
Well, you know, through Bridget Lewis, we have featured quite a few in the pages of Thursday Food. So, you know, thanks to her, Stick, we have gained some insight. But it's remarkable that 1,000 Jamaicans in total, a little bit over, not all of the Jamaicans obviously are into food, but the influence of those restaurateurs on the Australian palate is instructive, because as you said, you know, it's not just Jamaicans feeding Jamaicans.
Right.
Even at my workplace, when I go to work, every day I have to bring in food for people. They keep asking me, I love the stew peas, I love the curry goat, can I get some of that? I love the plantain. So they just love the food. So any little occasion, or even when I bring my lunch to work, I have to share it with everyone. They just love it.
So they absolutely embrace Jamaica's cuisines.
Yeah.
So Stick is right. I mean, Australia is ripe for Jamaican cuisine. Okay.
Yes.
Questions for Teresa Roberts. What inspired Jamaica Patty? And do you plan to open outside of London? You are mute. I can see that she's mute. Can you ask them to unmute Teresa Roberts so she can hear? Can you hear us, Teresa? Okay, we'll come back. Is her mic now open? Are you hearing us, Teresa? Yeah. Okay, do we have any more questions? Where's that? Rita, do you do private parties? Rita, do you do private parties?
Yes, we do. We do private parties.
But what is the situation now with, is the city still
Yeah, we're currently on Yeah, we're currently on a lockdown, so all restaurants and bars have to close at 5 p.m. So we're unable to do anything at the moment, but there's going to be a review of the situation on the 18th of this month.
Right.
So hopefully we'll be able to open up again.
Okay, cool. Elisa, would you like to ask a question?
Yes, I do.
We have with us Elisa Moulton-White from Sagicor, our long partner, also with the Food Awards as well. Avadorn Sinclair from The Best Dressed Chicken, and Garfield from Nestle. So you were asking a question, Elisa.
Yes, I happen to know Patrick, and she introduced me to loose leaf teas, and I know one of her dreams is to have a tea shop, I think it is.
So
and I wanted to know
Australia.
I wanted to know if you were any closer to realizing that dream, or have you given it up completely?
Well, the dream is still there, but I want to say that it has been delayed significantly, and I'm not unhappy about that. Right now, I have just completed a fellowship program with the U.S. Embassy, the Wildlife Program, and I was able to meet a fantastic mentor who operates one of the largest tea companies in the U.S. And when we were restructuring the entire business, I wanted to ensure that Little Tea had a solid name in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, and in the diaspora before going out to venture into a tea room. So I have a tea cart that is currently being constructed, a fabulous tea cart. And what that will allow me to do is to take it all across the island, take it to hotels, take it to restaurants, take it to parks. And I can even travel with it, wherever the need is, Little Tea can be there. And what COVID has really done is to just had me rethink my entire business model, and I can do a tea room anywhere once I have that cart present. So the dream is there, it's just that it's been delayed.
Cool. That's fantastic.
That's good.
I'm just very impressed. And I'm very excited for Christmas in particular. I just love Michelle and Suzanne. As Novia said, when I go there, it's never half an hour. I know, right? You spend 5 hours just at the bar. But what is just so nice about it is that it's local cuisine, it's local produce, it's local clothing, and they've infused it in a way that it elevates the local cuisine, but it still is there. And it's just really, really nice to be there. I mean, Sugar Mill, I love Sugar Mill restaurants, it's one of my favorites. So I will definitely be going there, of course. But we're just happy to see the Jamaican culture just extend outside and see how happy that people are to embrace it, So I'm excited. I've lived in Trinidad as well, so I'm very au fait with, Aioli. And so I'm glad to see what they're doing. And so we're just excited for Christmas. And in particular, let me just throw out a question. And Mr. Issa, I'm just happy that it's so quickly, COVID has come and you have just remixed, right. And it's the word we use for COVID is pivot. And I think that it's just so quick. The store looks fantastic. I'm excited to see it open. The infusion of Jamaica as well as just elevating shopping experience is really, really nice. So I'm excited to see the S Foods open in January, but I'm excited for Christmas. This was a really nice panel today.
Thank you. Coffee.
I want to add though, Susanna and Michelle, do you want to tell them? We're working on something very exciting for the Christmas.
Nice.
This Saturday, we're going to be featuring, they're going to be having a fantastic Christmas market, and Little Tea will be there with our new iced teas. We're going to
this Saturday, what time? Yeah, what time? What time? We're coming on Saturday.
It will be from 3 to 9, Michelle?
It's a night market and Christmas fair. Suzanne, are you unmuted? I don't know if you're on it too.
Yeah, I'm on it. Can you hear me?
Yes. So it's going to be well, you can tell them. It's a country, old-time Jamaican Christmas fair and night market.
Nice.
And it's our anniversary. We opened this on the 18th of December last year. So we thought the best way to sort of celebrate that anniversary was reinvigorating one of the traditions that had been part of the Harmony Hall legacy that Annabella Ogden had done for many, many years, was that she did this Christmas fair, she did this very famous Easter fair, and we decided to do it on a much smaller scale, obviously, because of COVID. We only have invited a select number of vendors / makers to come, but we felt it would be a great way to sort of kick off the season, to acknowledge this an amazing year, which has been so challenging in many ways, but yet so blessed. And to also open up both the restaurant, the store. We have all of our holiday merchandising, which is really lovely, and just welcome people to the space. I mean, we're very COVID friendly because we have lots of outdoor spaces and lots of seating options. We'll probably do a special menu for the day. We're going to have music. And it's just a way for us to celebrate, I guess, the year that has been and welcome in what is to come, and to really focus on the community event, the people of the community, the makers of the community, and other Jamaican makers of every kind, from food to craft and art and jewelry, and have them there on the lawns.
What time do you open? Do you start?
We start. It's a all day kind of, as well as it's an all day into evening kind of fair. So I think we're planning to open and go from, is it 3 to 9 o'clock, Michelle?
9, but the restaurant will be open at 12 for...
And the store as well from 12.
Okay.
For regular lunch, but then we will have food that will be served kind of more in the garden on the fair, a little bit more casual. So you can do, you could do something, while you're shopping, something light, or you can sit in the restaurant and dine.
So we're excited that Patrick, you shared it, thank you so much. But we're excited to have Patrick as one of
for the
really lovely, lots of lovely, lovely women. We're really much about celebrating Caribbean women and Jamaican women. And so we are women, we run a business here in this country, and we've done it for many, many, many years. And we are really pleased and blessed to have lots of wonderful other women and female makers, along with you, of course, Madame Novia, who has been around in our life for so long, to be a part of that story, because it's a big part of the work that we believe we're here to do.
A question from Diane Carroll Johnson for you, Patrick. What was the inspiration behind using loose tea leaves? I think is what she means.
For me, it has always been a part of Jamaican culture, and when I do anything, when I indulge in anything, I want it to be the best. When I was a coffee drinker, I would ground my own coffee and I would brew it, the traditional way. I didn't like instant coffee, and when I turned to tea, I love the fact that tea allowed you to take some time for yourself and to really reflect. And Little Tea, the inspiration came after a time of running myself very, very thin. And that 5 or 10 minutes that you take to enjoy tea in the mornings or whenever you're doing it, it just changed your entire mood, your entire, just how you feel. And it really sets the tone for the day. When you're having a stressful time at work, just taking out your tea leaves, smelling it, going through the entire process, it just creates a whole shift. And that's something that I wanted to share with everyone, and that was the inspiration.
Thank you. Hello, Lisa, says Miss Parchment. I must say that your restaurant is my favorite. Which one? She's got several. The best part outside of your food is the customer service. Keep up the good work. Also, Lisa, how do you go about creating new restaurant options? We like to call Lisa and her husband Kirk serial restaurateurs.
I don't know. It's usually there's something that comes to us. We started with a gourmet market, and when we saw the need for more European fusion with Jamaica, we decided to go ahead and open a restaurant. We also have a Japanese, which, a Japanese chef came to us, and again, it came to us. Barbecue, we have, coffee, the best 100% Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. We decided to do a cafe. So we just saw needs and little niches that, people loved and enjoyed once we started, so.
And what's your inspiration each year for your Christmas menus?
It's usually
this year
typical
is completely different to last year's, for example.
Yes, and it's usually, when I sit down to, you know, think of my own Christmas dinner. It's a spin-off from that. So it's usually what's on my table for the year. I try to share with all my customers.
Okay. I think, okay, can we go back to the questions that were for Teresa Roberts? I think she's now back with us. Do you remember what it was, Abel? Okay. Okay, Teresa, are you with us? Can you unmute, please? You're on mute. Can you unmute? Garfield, did you answer your question?
Can you hear me?
Okay, right. Yes, because you are now on mute. Okay, the question's for you. What inspired you to open Jamaica Patty, and do you plan to open outside of London?
What inspired me was after building Hanover Grange, and I literally, at the time of building Hanover Grange, lived on juicy beef patty because I was sort of on coconut water in Jamaica, and that was true because I had my little driver to go and get my patties when I stayed in hotels because that was my favorite pastime of Jamaica. And when I came back to London, I thought, you know what, I want to do something that's different. So I knew I wanted to elevate it from just a cheaper snack and give it a lot more meat and a different flavor to it. So I just went and tried to elevate it. And that's my passion. And that's what gave me the passion to do it, really. And I do intend.
Do you plan to open outside of London? Because right now you're in London. You've got 2 locations in London. Do you plan to open outside of the city?
I do plan, but you know, it takes 10 years to build a brand, no matter what anybody says. But I would like to have at least much more in London before I go outside London.
So Teresa, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I love Tasties, patties, and my children love juicy beef. Where does yours sit?
That's a good question.
Well, those two. Until I made mine, I love juicy beef, and I still do. But you know, juicy was my favorite. I know everybody likes tasty, but I'm a juicy girl.
No, but where does your patties sit between those two?
But you will have to tell me.
Good answer.
Good question. Good response.
You will have to tell me.
Teresa's patties are delicious.
Thank you.
They are.
They are delicious.
They're like a gourmet patty. They're like a cut above. The amount of meat, the quality of the ingredients, the quality of the pastry, they really are delicious, Teresa.
Stick, it's called knife and fork patty.
Next year, I will check out your patties.
Eat on a patty.
When I get to London.
It's knife.
I love that word.
It's knife and fork. It's knife and fork. But Teresa, tell us. I mean, you talking about elevating the narrative around the street food, which is patty. Covent Garden. Why Covent Garden?
Well, Covent Garden because of the international football. Because what we always think of when we see other people, because so many people take our culture and build on it, and we know they're not Jamaicans, but or whatever. But we look at some restaurants that are very successful and have little of our people in it. I could Turtle Bay. I'm sorry, but they have a format that they know works for them, and we need to get as Caribbean and Black people, we need to get a format that works for the international market, because that's the only way we're going to get big. We can't do it. The customer has to make us big and come in and support us. So I wanted to sell Jamaican food to an international market. So that's why I started with, obviously, Covent Garden, because of the international football. Everybody that passes here comes in, you know. And that's why, and as now in the Square Mile, again, the majority of my customers now are international people. But that's what I want. I want to sell our food to the world.
Absolutely, and that has been our mantra from day one at the Jamaica Observer newspaper, to take our food to the world. And this is the first time that we're, such an ambitious project that we've undertaken by, taking, allowing Jamaicans from, as I said, from Kingston to Australia to talk about our food and exactly what it is and what's so special about our cuisine as well. Garfield, did you want to add anything?
Yes. For me, I just want to start off by giving a kudos to everyone, because what I do realize from watching all the videos, I think what each and every one of you did was to give us an experience, and for which is going to lead me to my question, because for me, I am a storyteller. I'm a visual person, and this stems back to my Campion College days when Miss Rousseau, Miss Bernard, was actually my literature teacher, and so she would exchange stories about me to Michelle. I'm not going to bring it up right now. However, that brings me to my question for both Michelle and Suzanne. From teacher to Chow Bella Catering to Harmony Hall to the brunches that we did when I was at Sagicor, Ali, you can attest to that, to know what you're doing at Harmony Hall. How important is it to you in creating an experience for people?
I love that question.
So, Miss, you start and I can jump in. I think the whole thing about life is an experience. And I think, in the world, we have kind of become very linear in our thought processes. It's an either or, it's black or white. If you're this, you can't be that. Yeah. You used to be so you can't be a this, and I think that's just not human nature. And I think ultimately that for us, the experience of eating is not just about the food. It's an entire experience in terms of how you embody the meal, where you are, who you're with, what's the setting, what's the music, what are the smells, and that's kind of like, if you think back to your favorite meals throughout your lifetime, they're usually sort of something that have taken place in a holistic setting where all of these elements combine to make it memorable. It's not just the one thing. So I think that for us is the core and the heart of what we create. Sue? Yeah, and I think for us, it's always been about kind of finding that intangible thing that, brings us back to those really memorable moments of life, whether they were with family, with grandparents, and we were children coming home from university at the end of this terrible winter in Canada. Those meals we had with our grandparents were always the best meals, no matter how simple they were. They were refined, they were simple, but they meant home. So I think for us, we've always approached what we do from this kind of perspective of our regional experience, or growing up in the Caribbean as children throughout many islands of the Caribbean, not just Jamaica. The ingredients that informed the stories that we were told, the essence of just that Caribbean lifestyle. And I think for us, it is an experience that we're trying to create, where we are as equally focused on the quality of the food and the food experience as we are on the destination itself, the decor, the environment, the sound, the taste, the smell, because these are the sorts of intangibles that I think make up lifestyle and make up our particular lifestyle. And I think for us, it was, how do we give people this sort of elevated attention to detail of the best elements of Caribbean life? Because to me, Caribbean life is not just about the street side of life. It's the street side, it's the beach side, it's the home side, it's the city side, and it's all of these combined elements. It's the refined and it's the rustic that really, kind of mingle and mix and almost kind of collide, that sort of make, a Trinidadian carnival experience in and unto itself the most incredible thing. Or, a fish at Hellshire, or, an amazing Christmas dinner in a family home. And I think for us, that's much more what the focus of what we do, in the work that we do, that we kind of come to the work from that place. So yes, it's always very much for us about the experience we're trying to give our customers, and it's always informed, I think, from our own experiences of life.
And there's one other thing I wanted to say, Garfine, is that food is actually an art form, and I think people think of food. Food can be really broken down to being a practical thing, A plus B equals C, like in that manufacturing context. But if you look at food from that perspective of how you would look at music or an artist or literature, it is an expression of someone's personal, creative view of the world. That's what Lisa does. That's what Teresa has created. That's what everybody here in their individual way, when you saw their homes, that's what you've created. It's your expression of your creativity through a dining experience. And I think that's really also a part of what we look at when we create the food that we do.
And I think that's the approach that we took, certainly when we looked at Harmony Hall. It was about how do we give that in a space that is a retail space, because we did start in retail before we ever went into food. And how do we do it in the dining space, and how do we do it to the space as a whole, which in and of itself carried this other really rich legacy that preceded us by many, many generations. And how do we really honor all of that and bring it back to life and bring it forward? And so I think all of our talents and our skills, the ones from our years of teaching and, our love of reading and literature and books and history and culture and all of that, first of how we were both educated really, along with our experiences as people running retail and fashion and home stores, as well as our venturing into food and cooking. All of it, I think, is part of how we look at the creation of the experience. So thanks for that really good question.
I'd like to ask, we'll start with DJ Stick and follow through with Rita, Teresa, Altricia. A single question from Miss Jackson. What is the special Christmas wish? What's your special Christmas wish, Stick Maribo?
Every night when I close my eyes before I go to sleep, I have the same wish, that a lot more peace would come to Jamaica. And our people can unite. And we are so little, but we're so powerful. And I'm so proud of all these people on this forum, great men and these amazing women. And we're such a small country and we're so powerful within the world. If all Jamaicans in Jamaica could only see this, we would be so great. And that's my wish, that we can all come together.
Thank you. Marsha?
Everything that I was thinking. But yeah, Stick is right. We'll always be Jamaicans. We have Jamaica in our heart. Yes, we're far away, but I guess for me, just wishing the best for Jamaica and all of Jamaicans within Jamaica, family, friends. And it's so great to see this, like Stick said, the amazing women, and not discounting the men on this forum. Like, you guys are amazing. I'm just thinking that we need to get your contacts to pass on your details to our Aussie friends, because when they visit Australia, we can suggest where they need to visit, in terms of fabulous restaurants. So, it's similar to what Stick said, basically. Everything good for Jamaica.
Belva Williams.
Yes, that's the same thing. I always hope that we can be more together, share everybody, dreams and expectations. I believe sometimes you have some Jamaicans who, when we have people doing so well, they don't hopefully, they don't wish them the best. Some of them are jealous of them and stuff like that, and I don't like those things. I want everybody to be happy, love each other, respect what people is doing, and appreciate them and support them, because all of us are trying to do the best we can. And as everyone is seeing now, that everybody here on this forum, is doing a very good job and making Jamaica proud. And that's what we love to see.
Thank you very much, Belva. Rita, what's your special Christmas wish?
To be honest, it's exactly the same as the other people have just said, you know, and it's not just Jamaicans living in Jamaica, Jamaicans living around the world, you know, in the Netherlands, England, America, wherever they are, Australia, that we can all live and work together, you know, just in peace and harmony, and just elevate each other, elevate Jamaica, brand Jamaica. Yeah. That's all I would love to wish for, basically. That's my wish for Christmas.
Thank you. Teresa Roberts. Here we go again.
Hi.
Can somebody?
10 more JPC in London.
That's Teresa's Christmas wish. 10 more. Okay. 10
Bring
more.
one to Australia.
I would love to.
Okay.
Might be that something you would want to get a franchise from me.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Dr. Altricia Foster, what's your special Christmas wish?
I have several, to be honest. But my special Christmas gift for Jamaica is really to see some opportunities put in place for the poor and underserved. I myself came from a poor and underserved background, and I really would like to see more opportunities for youth, and that will eventually, you know, give us more peace. Because I love home, and I don't doubt our commitment and our love for home. And when we read the news, it's often so daunting, and it's just opportunity. And it's just one of those opportunities that I myself got. And I know that there are other youth out there that could use such an opportunity to really make good, because we're a proud people, and we can do anything, like, once we're challenged to do it. And really, that's my wish.
As a scientist yourself, Altricia, do you think science, you know, what role do you see science playing in our development as a people?
You know, I really, right now, I don't see, I mean, there's a role for science in our development as a people in Jamaica, but I think there is a greater role for better policies to be put in place. I mean, the science will come after, right? But it starts with the politics and the policies and the visionaries, right? Envision opportunities for boys and girls. Envision opportunities for the poor and underserved. And we need more policymakers, more people who aren't just studying politics, but who are interested in bringing, like, new innovative ideas to the country. Science will maintain our health and you know, and help to strengthen the infrastructure. But I think there are better policies. We need better policies in place.
Thank you. Chef Aboud, what is your Christmas wish?
Well, my Christmas wish is going to be what my wish always is, and that is for us to work together as a community as farmers, international chefs, home, abroad, that we network, spread love, that we could do for each other and give back to the community as a whole. Ignore the noise and act out of love and do what is best for us as a whole. Remember that chefs are doctors of the soul, the mind, and the body too as well. So what we give people is not only making them happy, but healthy. So we deliver love through our passion, and, you know, selfless giving is really my Christmas wish.
Thank
For
you.
the world.
Thank you.
As a whole.
Patrick, what is your Christmas wish?
My Christmas wish for, you know, just in general, is just for all Jamaicans to know that they have the power to do anything that they can. We are just a blessed and beautiful people. And if we understood that, then I think that a lot of the problems that we face on a daily basis would not be. I just want us to understand that, you know, we are a magnificent set of people and we have a very special country like nowhere else in the world. And I just want us to know and understand and work to preserve that for future generations. So that is my wish, my Christmas wish.
Thank you, Patrick. Lisa Gay-Chin.
Well, my Christmas wish this year is that we can get out of this pandemic. You know, we've lost so much family, you know, and friends from the COVID. And, you know, it's affected us with supply chains. You know, we just want to get back to normal. That, you know, our staff and, you know, even the kids just being home and not being able to socialize. So I wish those boundaries would be lifted, boundaries that we have now with family, you know, with travel, you know, that everything will get back to normal.
Thank you, Lisa. Chris, Issa.
I think everyone has said it so well. No, I don't know what I can add, but I just hope that everyone will have a happy, you know, joyous Christmas, and that we'll all be going into 2022 with a lot more to be cheerful about, and that we will be able to get back to a lot of the things that we haven't been able to do over the last year and a half.
Thank you. Chef Klaus from Schläger.
Yeah, thank you so much. I wish that everybody can get a little bit closer than the 6 feet distance, and that we all can shake hands and as well take off the mask and be a little bit closer than what it is right now, because a lot of things are disconnecting as well personally. So I hope that everything goes in the way as we know it, and as well the future generation get that as well. I see it on my kids that everybody is kind of suffering, and I hope that we get there where we are, where we can, where we're supposed to be. So all the best, everyone.
Thank you. Michelle, do you want to go first?
Sure. Mine's more of a generic wish, but it's a Christmas wish for sure. I just think that, you know, we need more kindness, more tolerance, more empathy. You know, a lot of people are going through a lot this difficult time, and I think particularly in Jamaica, you know, we're not very kind often to each other, and when you're not kind with people, it causes this illusion of separateness, and you know, it's very mixed. It's harder to communicate and you know, find more peaceful ways of coexisting, and you know, that's really where the tolerance piece is. So for me, it's kindness and empathy and tolerance is what I would wish for.
Thank you. Suzanne? We're going to ask you as well.
For me, adding on to what Michelle said, I think it's been such a time of suffering. I think I would wish for everyone. So many people have suffered, and they have suffered, you know, physical losses, income losses, family, loved ones, sickness, health. I mean, beyond the obvious COVID losses and death, there has been so much other suffering and so much tragedy that this is just a time that we all are being, it's a time of reckoning. So I think I would wish for everyone, those who have suffered, particularly the ones who have suffered the most, and ease in their suffering, and that we have hope and light and all of the, you know, qualities that represent Christmas, you know, that spirit of hope and forgiveness and light and rebirth to really come to us all, and that 2022 carries with it just the opportunities of new beginnings for everyone who has lost so much in this time.
And Alicia, what's your Christmas wish?
I wish for the children of this country safety and peace, and I wish for them a fantastic school year in school in January, starting January.
Ava?
You know, I just wish for some normalcy and togetherness. I think the world has missed that, and that's what I miss, normalcy and togetherness. So that's my Christmas wish this year.
Garth?
seeing as though I am putting it in the universe that I want to be invited to Christmas dinner from everybody on this panel, especially Lisa and Doc, Altricia. Yeah, right. Summer house, you'll see me on Saturday, so no worries. But right. So I do wish to not gain any weight after that. But in all seriousness, I think I'm a pretty strong person. But I think COVID has done a number on us for the past 2 years. I mean, for me, having lost my father, to just having the pressures that we're going under at work. So what I wish for people is really and truly the protection and preservation of our mental space, because I think that is what we're all facing a lot of hardships with, and that's the one wish for me. And Novelle, what is your one wish?
Listen, you are absolutely correct. I mean, this novel pandemic has really done a number on us all. Yeah. The loss, you really have to hold it together at times to actually ensure that your mental health is preserved, as you said. But it's also been good, because were it not for this pandemic, I would not have been speaking. I would not have friends in Australia, Marsha and Velva and DJ Stick and Bridget, albeit virtually. So my wish is for the ability for the season, for somebody to zoom me up so that I can go from Australia to Minnesota to London to Holland to Trinidad, and then of course, everyone in Kingston, I can find them a lot easier. But yeah, the spirit of togetherness, because at the end of the day, the kitchen really is where all cultures meet. And, just being able to do this is what, 20-something, exhausted. I think the face you guys are about to shoot me too, but it's all good. We've made it through. We've been able to have these conversations, right, from last year into this year. And thanks, of course, to our partners who've made it possible. And, thank you very much to all of you who have managed somehow to send us footage. It has not been easy. It's not been easy. Dealing with Teresa Roberts is not easy. But we couldn't have done this without our friends in Australia, my new besties in Australia, setting the alarm clock. What time is it now? What time is it now, Stick?
It is 2 minutes past 4 a.m.
There you have it. And by the way, they've been up since 1 o'clock this morning. Okay, so we're talking about.
And I'll be getting up. I'll be going to work at 8 o'clock.
And Belva, just in case you think you're making me feel bad, I don't feel bad.
No, it shows how much I love my country and I love everyone.
And that's exactly it. Marsha, are you working today because you're a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor. I'm a hospital specialist rep. So I usually start work when I wake up in the mornings.
Okay,
which is
fine.
Anytime.
Okay, anytime. Okay, hospital specialist. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But no, we've started this conversation and we have to continue this conversation. The Jamaica Observer, tell everybody in Australia, I hope some of them are watching, at least some of the 25,000 million people that live there are watching. Tell them that we are open in Jamaica. We've got great food in in Jamaica, in the region, and come visit us. Stay at the S Hotel, shop at the S Hotel, right? And we are open. And Stick, we look forward to you continuing to wave that Jamaican flag proudly.
I definitely will until I take my last breath. And one last wish. I hope I get to meet you in person, because
you need to come to Australia.
Well, I need to come to Jamaica. I'm coming to Jamaica.
Well, we can do both.
We can do both. Thank you, Marsha Ann. Thank you. I'm visiting Australia soon.
I brought 2 of my friends to Jamaica in 2018, and they love it.
Well, Jamaica's open, and there are a lot of Australians, so do encourage more to visit. And by the way, to ensure that you know what's happening in Jamaica, it's called the Jamaica Observer, the only newspaper that really matters. www.jamaicaobserver.com, yes. So,
I read it every day.
Thank you very much.
In the morning.
And we have to shout out Bridget as well, who has really ensure that we know what's happening, what the Jamaicans are up to. So thank you very much to DJ Stick Maribo, to Marsha Ann, to Belva, to Rita Wright, Teresa Roberts, Dr. Altricia Foster, Chef John Aboud, Patrick Goodall, Lisa Gay Chin, Christopher Issa, Klaus von Schläger, Michelle and Suzanne Rousseau, Alicia Avadon, Garfin, and thank you very much to the Phase 3 team. Thank you very much to the Jamaica Observer team. And Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. We'll come back to you guys, so get ready for, let's see, I'll think about it and let you know. But thanks, of course, to Sagicor, Nestle, and the Best Dressed Chicken. Bye. Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.
Under pressure. Carrie, stress causes all kinds of health problems.
Oh, Shani.
Yes, and I'm concerned about your physical, your mental, and your financial wellness.
Right now, work is so much stress.
And stress can contribute to high blood pressure, to anxiety, to depression. You need to take regular breaks. You can check out the Sagicor Wellness Hub at sagicor.com for all tips on wellness. Do it for you.
We all lead busy lives. We spend so much time in traffic or on a bus. But with all these distractions, there is an opportunity to make our time together something to get dressed for. Making time to share the goodness, share a milestone, share a meal. Sharing your life's most important experiences is a meal together away. The Best Dressed Chicken. Make life delicious.